Welcome to Free Thoughts from Freedom Chiropractic and Rehab, your space for health, healing, and insight. I'm Dr. Chip Bleem, and this is episode number 55. If you find these videos helpful, please hit that subscribe button and join us for more free thoughts every week. We share simple ideas to help you move better, feel better, and live with more freedom. Thank you for tuning in and being a part of our community. Okay, it's time for our quote of the week. This one comes from the ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu. He said, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Now I know we've all heard that before, but stick with me, because most of us don't struggle with big dreams. We struggle with taking the first step. We think about getting healthier, getting stronger, sleeping better, changing careers, repairing a relationship, and our brains immediately jump to the 1,000-mile journey, the full transformation, the end result. And it feels overwhelming. So we wait. We wait for motivation. We wait for the perfect time. We wait for it to be Monday or the first of the year. But Lao Tzu didn't say the journey begins with the perfect plan. He didn't say it begins when you feel ready. He said it begins with a single step. One workout, one better meal choice, one honest conversation, one early bedtime. New beginnings aren't dramatic. They're small, quiet, almost unimpressive, but they all count. So this week, don't focus on the 1,000 miles. Just take the step that's right in front of you. That's it. And you might be surprised where that one small step can take you. Okay, everyone, let's talk about health. Specifically, let's talk about why so many of us feel like we're constantly failing at it. I want to talk today about perspective. Specifically something called the gap and the gain. This is a concept from entrepreneur and coach Dan Sullivan, and it's incredibly relevant to our health. The idea is simple. The gap is when we measure ourselves against where we think that we should be. The gain is when we measure ourselves against where we started. Most of us live our lives analyzing the gap. We think, I should be healthier by now. I should be further along, or I should be more consistent. And when we do that, it always feels like we're behind, like we can never catch up. But if we shift into thinking about the gain and actually look at what we've already overcome, our story changes. Maybe you're sleeping better than you were a year ago. Maybe your pain is more manageable. Maybe you're showing up for your health in other ways that you never used to. That's all the gain, and it deserves respect too. Honestly, this is something we've been reflecting on a lot lately as we transition from our larger, open space into a smaller, warmer, cozier office. On paper, someone could look at that and say, oh, that's smaller. But listen, that's gap thinking. The gain, we're looking at more connection. Our space is more intentional. The space feels more personal, more focused, and more aligned with how we actually want to treat our patients going forward. And our health works the same way. Bigger isn't always better. Faster isn't always healthier. And progress isn't always loud. Sometimes the most meaningful growth is quieter, more intentional, and built on everything that you've already pushed through to get there. So yes, it's important to look ahead and ask, where am I going? But it's just as important to pause and ask yourself, how far have I already come? Because when you honor what you've already overcome, you stop feeling like you're behind, and you start feeling strong enough for what's ahead. Okay, everyone, let's take a quick break from the usual headlines and share something really good, something positive that's happening right now. During one of the worst blizzards in New York City over the last 150 years, something beautiful happened. With sidewalks buried in snow and chaos all around, a single passerby noticed an elderly woman struggling to get down the street with her cane. Instead of walking past that woman, this person got down on their hands and knees and cleared a path for her, using just their gloved hands, so she could safely make her way down the street. The best part, someone happened to catch it on video, and folks all over social media have been sharing it because it reminds us that kindness still shows up. especially in the toughest moments. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the world. Sometimes, but moments like this, simple, human, and generous, help restore a little faith in our neighbors and in ourselves. So let's carry that with us today, because that is some good news.